Hello, my name is Kelsey Dyer, and I chose The Story of Edgar Sawtelle by David Wroblewski, which was published in June 2008 as my summer novel. I chose two elements from How to Read Literature Like a Professor by Thomas C. Foster to apply to this book. The two elements I chose were symbolism from Chapter 13 and the allusions to Shakespeare from Chapter 5. Symbolism plays a large role across the entire novel. One specific example of this is the syringe that appears in the novel. Edgar finds this syringe in a barn, and this reveals to him that his uncle, Claude, is his father, Gar's killer. The syringe represents Claude's guilt and his identity as a murderer. Another example of a symbol is the cloud of smoke. This is seen as the barn burns. Claude, Gar's killer, tries to escape but is blocked by thick clouds of smoke. This symbolizes the late Gar. He is angry and is making Claude pay for what he did to him. This symbolizes justice for Edgar's father. The last example of symbolism in the novel is the different dogs' names. There are 3 dogs that have names that symbolize their role in the novel and how they help Edgar. Almondine is Edgar's nurse of sorts and was his protector since when he was a baby. So in the Bible, almonds are seen as a symbol of watchfulness and protection because almond branches are often portrayed as holding baby Jesus. This shows that Almondine's name symbolizes her role in Edgar's life. Forte is a dog of great size and strength that Edgar takes on as his own in the wild. A fort is a stronghold, which is what Forte is to Edgar when he's protecting him in the wild. And finally, Essay, who is the alpha from Edgar's first litter, is a dog that teaches Edgar the most about training, about himself, and about the dogs in general. So essays, since they're a way to test knowledge, this kind of shows what Essay does for Edgar, because he tests Edgar's knowledge about training the dogs. The other element that I chose from Foster's book is the allusions to Shakespeare. So the whole book is an allegory for Shakespeare's play Hamlet. So some specific examples of how the characters relate is Edgar represents Hamlet because his father is killed, and he goes on a quest to bring justice to the killer, who is his uncle Claude, which, is the same as Claudius in Hamlet. And Almondine, Edgar's sidekick and protector, draws similarities to Ophelia from Hamlet, because both Ophelia and Almondine have their love for their Hamlet. And then Dr. Pepnow, which is the Sawtelle family's trusted veterinarian, represents Polonius, who is seen as the royal court's trusted advisor in Hamlet. The novel is basically a little bit more modern retelling of Hamlet. So overall, this novel is a great example of how Foster's different ideas of symbolism and Shakespearean references show up in different types of literature.